What's up YouTube, it's your boy Zidane. I'm back with another video today. And today guys, we are reacting to the top 10 greatest transfers in football history. Let's get right into it, let's go.
Often said that recruitment is the most important part of football. Signing the right players isn't always easy. Anyone who watched Andy Carroll at Liverpool will know that. Here are the 10 best transfers of all time.
Let's go.
Diego Maradona to Napoli.
Diego Maradona to Napoli, but we're starting off very, very strong. Let's see why it was a great transfer. He's a legend.
£6.9 million.
£6.9 million.
Diego Maradona scored 38 goals in 58 games for Barcelona, but his 2 years at the club were filled with controversy. 8 goals in 58 games for Barcelona.
No, boy, if that happened in modern day football, bro, he would be banned for life to ever step foot on that pitch, bro.
2 years at the club were filled with controversy. When Napoli offered $6.9 million for the
shorts so small, bro.
Argentine in 1984, Barca were more than happy to cash in. It was a world record fee at the time, but it also proved to be a bargain. Napoli had never won Serie A before Maradona joined the club. By the time he left in 1991, they'd won it twice, as well as a Coppa Italia and the UEFA Cup. Napoli weren't a one-man team, but without Maradona, they wouldn't have had anywhere near as much success. The Argentine genius established himself as the world's best player in Naples. He'd been even more successful if he hadn't got caught up with the Camorra crime syndicate. I saw Maradona do things that God himself would doubt were possible, said Zico, who played against him for Udinese. When Maradona died in 2020, Napoli renamed their stadium after him, which says it all about his importance to the club.
Oh my god, but when it's starting to get inspirational and I'm feeling the vibe, of course I get an ad, bro. Come on, bro, let's skip it up, bro. Come on.
Frank Lampard to Chelsea, £11 million. When Roman
bro,
Abramovich bought the club in 2003, Chelsea immediately started splashing the cash. Within 2 years, they were champions of England for the first time in half a century. Two of the most important players of Chelsea's modern era were already at Stamford Bridge when Abramovich arrived. John Terry came through the academy, and Frank Lampard was signed from West Ham in 2001. Chelsea paid £11 million for the midfielder, who was also wanted by Aston Villa and Manchester United. Lampard went on to become Chelsea's all-time record goalscorer with 211 strikes. For 5 seasons in a row in the 2000s, he scored 20 goals or more. The Premier League has never seen a more effective goal-scoring midfielder. Lampard spent 13...
Imagine how the agent and the board feels after they know they sound like such a good player for their club, and at the end they actually perform for their club, bro. It's amazing, bro. Amazing
seasons as a Chelsea player. During that time, he won 3 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, the Champions League and the Europa League. That works out at £1 million per trophy.
Wow.
Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester.
Wow, if you put it like that, that's crazy. Cristiano Ronaldo.
United, £12.2 million. Barcelona lifted Ronaldo to Manchester United, £12.2 million.
That's a bargain.
Barcelona, Liverpool and Arsenal all wanted to buy a young Portuguese...
Oh my god, Barca could have bought him, bro. Imagine Ronaldo and Messi all the same. Nah, that's crazy. Bro, I wish he came to Liverpool, bro. That would have been insane. Arsenal, get them out of here.
Starlet called Cristiano Ronaldo in 2003. Manchester United were also keen. At first they were willing to loan him back to Sporting CP for a year, but when Ronaldo destroyed United in a pre-season friendly, Alex Ferguson knew he had to sign him immediately. It was £12.2 million well spent. Ronaldo's talent was clear for all to see, but his end product wasn't particularly polished in the early part of his United career. He was criticised for diving, and some pundits accused him of holding on to the ball for too long. But Ronaldo didn't throw his toys out the pram. He worked hard at his game and impressed the likes of Roy Keane with his attitude and dedication. Having arrived at Old Trafford as a flashy winger, Ronaldo evolved into a ruthless all-round attacker. He scored 118 goals in 292 games for the Red Devils, winning 3 Premier League titles, 2 League Cups, an FA Cup and the Champions League. Ronaldo also earned United a huge profit after they sold him to Real Madrid for £80 million in 2000.
80 million, bro. If you sold prime Ronaldo in the modern day transfer market, he'll go for 400, 500, 600 million, bro. That's crazy.
2009.
That's crazy.
Johan Cruyff to Barcelona, £922,000. Johan Cruyff is the most influential figure in Barcelona's history.
That's expensive, bro.
Dutchman won the club's
Compared
first
to now.
ever European Cup during his time as manager. He also overhauled Barca's academy and introduced the possession-based
Messi,
style of
Xavi.
play that they're famous for
Oh my
today.
God.
Cruyff also spent 5 years at the Camp Nou as a player. Barcelona paid less than £1 million for him, but that was a world record
That's
fee
crazy.
back in 1973. Cruyff had already won 8 league titles and 3 European Cups at Ajax, but he was hungry for more. The Dutchman was a world-class technician and one of the most intelligent footballers of all time. He was the star of the show as Barcelona won their first La Liga title in 14 years in his debut season. If Barcelona hadn't signed Cruyff the player, Cruyff the manager might never have joined the club. And if that hadn't happened, the Barcelona of the modern era, Pep Guardiola, Xavi Hernandez, Lionel Messi, might never have come to pass.
Yeah, bro, he literally came out with the best strategic football strategy of all time. Tiki-taka, bro. He made Barca. Johan Cruyff made Barca. And for less than £1 million, bro, I think I say every single penny was worth it, bro.
Kenny Dalglish to Liverpool, £440,000. In 1977, Kevin Keegan decided to leave Liverpool. He was wanted by clubs across Europe and eventually chose to join Bundesliga side Hamburg. That left the Reds in a sticky situation.
Crazy, bro.
Pundits predicted they'd struggle to replace Keegan, who went on to win 2 Ballon d'Ors in Germany. In fact, the Reds managed to find an upgrade on the Englishman. Kenny Dalglish arrived from Celtic for £440,000 a few weeks after Keegan's departure. That was a British record fee, and Dalglish was under pressure to deliver. He certainly did that. Dalglish scored 172 goals in 515 matches for Liverpool. He also created countless goals for his teammates, and without him, Liverpool wouldn't have won 7 league titles and 3 European Cups between 1978 and 86. Dalglish is widely regarded as Liverpool's greatest ever player. He went on to
Until the Egyptian king came around and took that. Sorry, Kenny.
win 2 more league titles as the club's manager, further cementing his legendary status at Anfield.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Sergio Aguero as one of the
next.
hottest young strikers in Europe at Atletico Madrid. In his final season there, he scored 27 goals in all competitions. Manchester City liked what they saw. They paid £35 million
But how do you remember that, bro? Of
to
course, I
bring
was
the
born, but
Argentine
like,
to
I
the
never knew that.
Etihad in 2011,
million.
hoping he'd score the goals to fire City to their first league title since 1968. Some players need time to settle in at a new club.
What does that tattoo translate to? If you guys know in the comments down below, please comment what that tattoo translates to. And guys, comment down below what transfer you guys think is the greatest of all time.
A new country. Not Aguero. He scored twice on his debut and 30 times across the whole campaign. His 30th goal was his most important, sealing the title for City and leaving Man United with their heads in their hands. Aguero would have been worth every penny if he'd left at the end of that season. Instead, the Argentine stuck around for a decade and won 4 more Premier League titles, plus 6 League Cups and 1 FA Cup. In total, he scored 260 goals for Manchester City, setting a new club record. City have confirmed they're building a statue of Aguero to commemorate his
Oh,
achievements.
look at that, bro. Amazing, amazing.
Michel Platini to Juventus, £68,000.
Oh my god, it's 68,000, bro. But like that probably translates to like 70 million pounds like now, bro.
Michel Platini will admit he didn't hit the ground running at Juventus. The Italian giant snapped him up for a nominal fee in 1982 after his contract with Saint-Étienne expired. But Platini struggled to adapt in his first few months in Serie A, and he even considered leaving the club around Christmas time. Juve fans must be relieved that he didn't. Platini recaptured his best form in the second half of the season as Juventus reached the European Cup final. The Frenchman scored 82 goals in his first 3 seasons in Turin. That was an exceptional tally for an attacking midfielder who was coming up against the strongest defences in world football. Platini helped Juventus win the Serie A title and the Cup Winners' Cup in 1984. In 85, he finished as the European Cup's joint top scorer and notched the winning goal in the final against Liverpool. The following year, he had...
Against who? I think we're gonna just skip over that, bro. I don't even know what that meant, bro. I can't be asked, bro.
At that precise in Premier
Okay, so who do we got next? Thierry Henry.
History. Arsene Wenger gladly snapped up
11
Henry for
million.
11
That's a
million
steal.
in the summer of '99. The Frenchman didn't score in his first 8 games for Arsenal. He admitted he had to literally go back to school and be retaught everything about the art of striking. Those lessons paid off. Henry soon became one of the best strikers in England, then Europe, then the world.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
With 226 goals in 370 games for the club.
Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king, is better, man. You gotta admit it, bro. Comment down below who you guys think is better, Henry or Salah, bro. It's honestly, bro, that's not even a debate, bro. Salah, bro, Salah.
Henry remains Arsenal's all-time record goal scorer. He was an integral part of 2 Premier League title triumphs at Highbury, the second of which saw Arsenal go through an entire season unbeaten. Henry also won 2 FA Cups and helped Wenger's side reach the 2006 Champions
which they
League
lost. So, yeah, they never sniffed a European trophy in their life, bro. Come on.
final, where they narrowly lost to Barcelona. The club Henry joined 1 year later.
Imagine losing to Barca in a European final. And then
Eric Cantona to Manchester United, 1.2 million. If it wasn't for Leeds chairman Bill Fotherby, Manchester United might never have signed Eric Cantona. In 1992, Fotherby telephoned United chairman Martin Edwards and told them, to his surprise, just £1.2 million for the maverick Frenchman. He was the final piece in Ferguson's jigsaw. Through outstanding natural ability, tactical intelligence, and sheer force.
I can't lie, bro. He was pretty good. He was pretty good. Now, who do we got next?
At the San Siro by his compatriots Frank Rijkaard and Ruud Gullit a year later. Van Basten wasn't an instant hit. He only played 11 games in his first season due to an ankle injury. In 1988-89, the Dutchman was magnificent. He scored 33 goals in 47 games.
But I think Van Basten won like 3-4 Ballon d'Ors, bro. And he ended his career at like 29, bro. Imagine if he kept going, could have been one of the greatest of all time. I mean, he is like top 10, but like, yeah.
As Milan won the European Cup under Arrigo Sacchi, they retained the trophy the following season, when Van Basten found the net 25 times. The striker's career was sadly cut short by injury.
Bro.
He played his last match aged 28 and was forced to retire 2 years later. In his prime, though, Van Basten was one of the greatest centre-forwards of all time.
So good.
At £1 million.
£1 million?
He was also one of the biggest bargains in football history.
That's crazy. Anyways, guys, that was me reacting to top 10 greatest football transfers of all time. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace.